My son's teacher caught him reading inappropriate material, and now he's suspended. He's 11 and the book was mine. Yesterday, I got a call from the principal while I was at work. Mrs. Collins, we need you to come in immediately regarding an incident with Ethan. My heart dropped. Was he hurt, in trouble? When I arrived, Ethan was sitting outside the principal's office looking confused and embarrassed. Inside, the principal and his teacher, Mrs. Peterson, were waiting with serious expressions. Mrs. Collins, the principal began. Ethan was caught with extremely inappropriate reading material during silent reading time. Mrs. Peterson pushed a book across the desk toward me. This is completely unsuitable for a child his age. The graphic content and themes are disturbing. I looked down and almost laughed from relief. It was my copy of The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. This is a classic novel, I said. It's literature. Mrs. Peterson's face tightened. It has explicit sexual content and violence. He's 11. I explained that Ethan has always been an advanced reader. We have bookshelves throughout our house, and while I monitor what he reads, I don't lock books away. I'd been reading The Handmaid's Tale for my book club and had left it on my nightstand. When I asked him about the book, Mrs. Peterson continued, he said you let him read whatever he wants. Do you think that's responsible parenting? Something in her tone made my temper flare. I think encouraging a love of reading is responsible parenting, and yes, I allow him to explore books, even challenging ones. We discuss them. The principal cleared his throat. We're giving Ethan a 3-day suspension for bringing inappropriate materials to school. I was stunned. You are suspending my son for reading a book taught in high schools across the country. Our policy on inappropriate materials is clear, he replied. I asked to speak with Ethan, who was waiting outside. When I asked why he took the book, he shrugged. It was on your nightstand and looked interesting. I am on chapter 3. It's weird but kind of cool. What did I do wrong? My heart broke. I told him he did nothing wrong that night. I emailed the school board explaining the situation. This morning I received a reply that they're reviewing the matter, but the suspension stands. So now my son is home for 3 days, labeled as some kind of deviant, for reading a book written by a Booker Prize winner, a book studied in schools nationwide. I've turned it into a teachable moment. We're spending his suspension reading together and discussing censorship, dystopian fiction, and yes, minus the themes in The Handmaid's Tale that he can understand at his level. Ethan asked me today if the book was bad. I told him no book is inherently bad, but some books make people uncomfortable because they force us to think about difficult things. I don't want to teach my son that exploring literature is wrong, but I also don't want him to think breaking school rules is okay. I'm struggling with how to handle this. Should I fight the suspension harder? Let it go? And how do I explain to my curious book-loving child that sometimes reading the wrong book can get you in trouble?